surrounding Aaron Judge was Mark Feinsand. He joins us once again on MLB Tonight. Mark, great to see you, my friend. I want you to focus now, though, on the starting pitching market and the board that is still available to teams who want a starter.
So the two top starters still available are Carlos Rodon and Kodai Senga, and from what I'm understanding, they could have a little bit of a New York feel to them. Rodon is highly interested. The Yankees are highly interested in Rodon. Now that they've gotten Aaron Judge out of the way, it seems like adding a lefty to their rotation is something they're interested in doing. He's obviously had a couple good years and sort of fits the profile of their ballpark. Senga is a guy who the Mets are really interested in. So these two guys could end up across town from each other. Senga's still got a big market, but I understand the Mets are a team that is very high on him and could wind up there. They did sign Jose Quintana. Interesting note, Senga and Quintana are represented by the same agency. So maybe there's been some conversations there about Senga as well. But the Mets had a bunch of holes in that rotation to fill. Verlander takes over for DeGrom, but you still had to fill the Chris Bassett role. You still had to fill Taijuan Walker. So there's at least one more spot there, and Senga could be that guy.
Those are the breadcrumbs the great insiders like Mark have to follow and connect those dots. Real quick follow-up on that. Chris Bassett, as I mentioned, still available. And when we talked about Senga yesterday, you mentioned what he figures to command from an AAV standpoint. Is there a reason why Bassett isn't being more connected to the Mets, given he just pitched for him?
No, I think there's still a chance that he comes back as well. But you know how teams are; they like to explore everything, and there's a bit of the unknown with Senga. So maybe there's a thought that his ceiling could be higher. So no, I don't think it's any sort of a sign. But Bassett certainly could end up being an option there as well.
All right, now let's play in the shortstop space. 3 of the big 4 remain after Trey Turner's reported deal with the Phillies. You have Xander Bogaerts, Carlos Correa, Dansby Swanson in no particular order. Where do you see each of them going at this hour?
So at this hour, it appears there's a lot of momentum between Xander Bogaerts and the Red Sox for a reunion there. There had been talk earlier in the week how the Red Sox had sort of been laying back and had not made a significant offer, but now the two sides are talking again, and all indications are that it's getting close. It's not done yet, but that reunion is certainly in play. We just heard Susan Slusser talking about Carlos Correa as now potentially being a huge target for the Giants. I think Correa was waiting for the Aaron Judge market to declare itself finished. Now that is the case, the Giants are looking for that face of the franchise type of guy. Correa fits that profile, and it would not surprise me at all if he wound up there, which leaves Dansby Swanson in the situation where all the other teams that are looking for a shortstop, well, Swanson will be the other guy. We've heard the Cubs attached to the entire shortstop market. It would not surprise me if they go after Swanson a little harder if the other two guys come off the board. So, that's sort of where breadcrumbs are leading at the moment.
I like that. I like that. Bring it back.
And by the way, I got your Siegel reference, and I'm not a child.
Thank you, Mark Feinsand. Hey, can I ask a dumb question before I say goodbye to you? This time of the year for insiders, like, what do you set your phone on? Is it like an intense, like a loud volume, radar? Is it the vibrate? Like, I'm just curious how you handle it. Like, you're doing a live TV interview, and I haven't seen the phone come up once. Like, how are you going to know?
It's vibrated in my pocket a couple times, but
okay, we'll get back to it.
I have the willpower and the self-control to wait until we're off air.
True professional, Mark Feinsand. Get back to the phone. Thank you so much.